This was the Ukrainian port city of Mariupol exactly 1 year ago. Fierce gun battles play out, volunteer fighters trying to oust Russian-backed militant forces who had barricaded themselves into the local administration building. The militants had been there for a month, desperate to hold on to an area strategically and economically vital for them as they tried to expand their breakaway republics. The counterattack started at 4:30 a.m. It had been planned for weeks, but had been launched on the spur of the moment. Smoke was used to drive out the occupiers, who eventually fled and went into hiding. Intelligence had been received a day earlier that the Chechen leader in charge of the Russian-backed militants had left, leaving only several dozen fighters behind. It was the time for a Ukrainian counterattack. Fast forward 12 months to the present day, and Ukraine's Azov volunteer battalion march through the city, the Ukrainian flag flying at the front of the parade. Residents took to the streets to watch dozens of fighters and pieces of military equipment, many thankful to them for preventing any further militant takeovers. It was also a commemoration of those who fell in the line of duty defending the country. After the ceremony, one fighter recalled the fight a year ago. I'm running here and I started firing. From here I started to advance towards the barricade. Some bushes were here and another sniper covered for me. He was killed. It was a friend of mine from Mariupol. Meanwhile, the Deputy Chief of Staff of another of Ukraine's volunteer battalions led us on exactly the same route as he went a year ago, where he found some 40 Russian-backed fighters in hiding, many of them prison convicts. We were searching for militants. We discovered them here in the basement, and we brought them out to the yard. Our correspondent in Mariupol says, it was the first victory for Ukraine in the war against Russia. On June the 13th in Mariupol, Vladimir Putin finally realized that separatism in Ukraine will not work. What did he expect with these Ukrainian defenders? For many, today's holiday is not just on the calendar, it's also in their hearts.